Member for Chilliwack on Bill 12.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd just like to talk about where I left off on Friday. So, you know, what I wasn't hearing in this House when we were debating this bill, or when others were debating this bill, was what this meant to the people that would get caught up in no condition offers and that would be hurt by it. So I'd like to maybe rehash the story of the folks from Nanaimo, Matthew Knoll and his mother Wendy Ettinger, that bought a house. They paid over asking, and they were pressured into buying the house without conditions, so that meant they never got an inspection. When they took possession of the house, the whole house, I'll just quote Knoll here, the whole house is filled with penicillin and Stachybotrys, which are both toxic molds, life-threatening molds, and I can't breathe in there. He cannot live in this house. And as a matter of fact, when he did this interview for Czech TV, he had to do it outside of the house. Now, they thought that this house was brand new, only a year old. But it turns out this house was sitting for 7 years and was flooded off and on, and that's why it had this dangerous mold in it. Now, what happened was they had to pay $100,000 to repair the home. The president of the Vancouver Island Real Estate Board, Don McClintock, says this case is why inspections are crucial and why buyers shouldn't be tempted to pass on them. Without any conditions, they have unconditionally purchased the home and they have no further recourse. These people weren't just buying a house, Mr. Speaker, they were buying themselves a home to live in. And after they paid over asking price and were pressured into making a no condition offer and not getting a home inspection, after they did this, they could not move into this home. Now, it used to be the norm, Mr. Speaker, the norm that houses were bought with conditions, usually conditions of financing and a home inspection. This used to be the norm. Now, up to 70% of homes are bought without conditions. We're creating a new norm here, and we shouldn't be doing this. This endangers folks who are buying homes, and they can get into situations like this. Now, Mr. Speaker, like I said Friday, you can test drive a car. You can make sure that clothes are the right size for you. You can go to the supermarket and squeeze bread or a grapefruit or another fruit. You know, you can make sure that you want to spend your money on these things. Why can't you do that when it's the most expensive, or sorry, the most expensive thing you will ever buy in your life? A home to live in. You should be able to get an inspection, and this bill allows a period of time after the offer is made to have an inspection done. And I'm not hearing from the members on the other side about the people that this affects. I'm not hearing about people at all. And going back to produce, Mr. Speaker, this side acts like they just fell off a rutabaga truck and rolled in here, as if they weren't in power for 16 years and set up the conditions that are pressuring buyers into buying houses with no conditions. They set this up, right? And now they're demanding that it be fixed and fixed immediately. However, they don't really want it fixed, Mr. Speaker. They want to take the BC Real Estate Association's suggestion of a pre-offer period of 5 days. Now, Mr. Speaker, we know that pre-offer periods have some issues. You know, I've heard that some realtors are already creating a version of that right now to encourage multiple offers and bid up the price. What the BC Real Estate Association is suggesting isn't tenable. But, Mr. Speaker, it's no surprise that they support people who are benefiting off the overheated housing market. No surprise at all. They claim that they care about people. Well, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to see some action that they care about people. Why not support a bill that helps people? They don't want to do that. And I'll tell you why they don't want to do that. Their leader opposes the speculation and vacancy tax. That's a tax on people who have more than one home and leave them empty. These are the most wealthiest, privileged people among us. And that's the kind of people they support on that side. And now that their leader is running in an election campaign, I hope that he explains exactly how that helps everyday people. The other side can't support any bill that actually helps people out.
Point to one thing in the bill that helps people.
I will point to one thing in the bill that helps people out. It gives people a period of time so that they can have an inspection done.
Members, the member for Chilliwack has the floor. Let's not engage in back crosstalk, member.
The other side heckles because they don't want to do what's right for people. They would rather support business. They've proven time and time again, Mr. Speaker, when they were in power and when they sit in the opposition benches, about who they care about. Exactly who they care about. And I just would like them to see them support a bill that helps folks out. I would like them to put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and supports a measure like this. But they can't do that. You know, I have a friend, once again heckling me because they don't support real people, Mr. Speaker. Okay. Talking to each other about how you would like big business to get ahead. It's nice.
All right, members,
My friend bought a home in Victoria with his brother and sister-in-law. He was pressured by real estate agents to buy with no condition offer. And he is now doing renovations to this home. And he doesn't know what he'll find. And he has no recourse if he opens up a wall and finds mold in there. He can't sleep at night just trying to get some repairs done to his home. How can you not support this bill that would help him sleep at night? That would help people who are buying homes to remove some of the pressure off of folks, some of the pressure from the overheated market, and support these people. They can't support it on this side. They can't support it on this side. They've proven time and time again. They come in here and act like they care about real people. When they were in power, all they did was give large tax cuts to corporations and make fees on services for regular people, right? I want to see them support this bill. Put their money where their mouth is and support this bill. That's what I would like to see. You drive the car into the ditch, you dent it all up to all heck. Then when it's being pulled out of the ditch, you start pointing at the dents and go, you must fix this and you must fix this now. No, that's the 16 years you were in power. That's the 16 years you were in power.
Okay, members, I know it's getting spicy, but let's focus on Bill 12, the Property Law Amendment Act. Let the member for Chilliwack have the floor, and then you'll get your chance.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes we veer into, even though this bill is about consumer protection, sometimes we veer into housing affordability, and rightfully so. We're talking about housing. But, we've accelerated record investments in building homes, and we have 32,000 homes already built or underway. That's way more than they built in 16 years. We've turned more than 18,000 empty homes, condos in the Lower Mainland into homes through the speculation and vacancy tax. A tax, like I said before, that their leader opposes. A tax on the richest people in this province that actually frees up 18,000 homes for regular people. You know, we're going to work with local governments to speed up new approvals of new homes. And we have more new rentals since 2017 than the previous 15 years combined.
If I might, member, just to draw the speech back to Bill 12, the Property Law Amendment Act.
Absolutely.
That'd be
I'd
appreciated.
love to talk about Bill 12. So let's hear from other, other people who support this bill. So let's hear from Ted Gilmore, a Vancouver home inspector for over 20 years. He says anyone making an offer without conditions of a home inspection is gambling with their future. They don't know what's in the next chamber. I assume that's a gun reference. Their welfare is at stake. These are direct quotes. You know, this bill is to protect people from being pressured into dangerous risks like that. And the BC Liberals are siding with those who have invested in interest in this overheated housing market instead of everyday people. You know, we have quotes from a recent home buyer, Michael Renaud. I am lucky that I am a Red Seal tradesperson and could inspect homes I viewed myself and with friends. I'd be very uncomfortable making an offer on $1 million home without a house inspection or the time to get good advice. As a recent buyer, both viewing and financing felt rushed, and I would have appreciated more time to review everything on such an important purchase. I think this is a step in the right direction, and I hope more policy is implemented to help first-time home buyers in particular. Think about this. This is the largest purchase of your life. These people aren't buying houses, they're buying homes. And, you know, they're at risk. This market is overheated, and they're being pressured into making no-condition offers that, you know, could get them into major peril, like Matthew and his mother Wendy from Nanaimo. So let's also talk, you know, we have a quote here from Helene Barton, Executive Director of Home Inspectors Association of BC. Every BC homebuyer must be allowed the opportunity to conduct their own due diligence prior to a purchase and avoid the high risk of buying without a home inspection. You know, let's hear from Paul Taylor, President and CEO, Mortgage Professionals Canada. The introduction of a short, unrestricted cooling off period or a separate longer period to ensure appropriate financing can be arranged would remove uncertainty from home purchases and sales and potentially save both buyers and sellers considerable costs over time. Why does this side oppose this? This is how homes used to be bought, right? This overheated market is benefiting folks who profit off of it. And let's be clear, what is a commission on $1 million homes these days? And then you're pressuring home buyers into making offers without conditions. This, making offers without conditions, that's the aberration here. That's the aberration here. Homes used to be bought with conditions, and that's the aberration, and we cannot let it become the norm. And so this legislation that the finance minister has introduced is great. I support it 100%, and I wish the other side would too. I wish the other side would support something that helps everyday regular people. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.